Hello and welcome to News Tonight on Rajya Sabha TV. I'm Tina Jha. Before we take you through the big stories of the day, Rajya Sabha TV appeals to all your viewers to stay safe from the COVID-19 pandemic. Wear face masks, wash your hands and face regularly, and also maintain physical distancing while stepping outside. Remember, these simple precautions are all that it takes to defeat the ongoing pandemic. And now let's get you the headlines of the day. Delhi police names Disha Ravi as key conspirator in toolkit case, reveals conspiracy for digital strike and physical action on the 26th of January. As per police, toolkit created with pro-Khalistani organization, search underway for 2 more accused. Central government liberalizes policies governing geospatial data, eases norms for the mapping sector. Prime Minister Modi calls it a massive step towards Atmanirbhar Bharat. Move to boost innovation, help India achieve $5 trillion economy. Assam's all-round development central to success of Act East policy, says External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar at India-Japan conference in Guwahati. Reviewing a Japan-funded water supply project in the state, says foreign policy bringing change in the lives of people. Citizens' privacy more important than a $1 trillion company. Supreme Court issues notice to WhatsApp over its new privacy policy, directs WhatsApp, Facebook and the centre to file replies within 4 weeks. And people above 50 years of age to get COVID-19 vaccines from next month onwards, announces Union Health Minister Dr. Harshvardhan. States at least 18 vaccines are in various stages of development. Also, no new cases reported in 188 districts of the country in the past 1 week. The big story of the day, the centre on Monday announced liberalisation of policies governing the acquisition and production of geospatial data. Under the new guidelines, the mapping sector will be deregulated and geospatial data will now be freely available in India. Besides, no prior approvals, security clearances, licenses for acquisition and production of geospatial data and geospatial data services, including maps, will be required for Indian entities. Also, terrestrial mobile mapping survey, street view survey, and surveying in Indian territorial waters will be permitted only to Indian entities, irrespective of accuracy. Prime Minister Narendra Modi said that the new mapping policy is a massive step in the government's vision for an Atmanirbhar Bharat. In a series of Twitter messages, the Prime Minister said that the reform will provide a huge impetus to digital India. He also asserted that the reforms will unlock opportunities for India's startups, private sector, public sector, agriculture and research institutions. He also stressed that the reforms demonstrate the government's commitment to improving ease of doing business by deregulation. Briefing the media, Science and Technology Minister Dr. Harshvardhan said that the easing of norms will help various sectors of economy like farming, mining, e-commerce, among others, through surveying and mapping. The minister added that it will also act as a catalyst in achieving India's goal of a $5 trillion economy.
The new guidelines will also institutionalize the ease of access to geospatial data produced using public funds as envisioned by our Honorable Prime Minister.
In a nutshell, this would also A, give you liberalization of mapping, B, no requirement for prior approval or other restrictions on the collection, generation, preparation, dissemination, publication, storage, updating and digitalization of geospatial data and maps within the territory of India. And C, most importantly, self-certification to convey adherence to guidelines.
The tourism sector in India has been growing well in the last 5 years, said Prime Minister Narendra Modi after inaugurating and laying the foundation stone for various projects in Kochi in Kerala on Sunday. The Prime Minister asserted that the government is undertaking many efforts to improve tourism-related infrastructure in Kerala. He also inaugurated the country's first full-fledged international cruise terminal, Sagarika, at the Cochin port. Speaking on the occasion, he called upon the startups to think about innovative tourism-related products.
There is so much to see, learn and discover. I urge our young startup friends to think about innovative tourism-related products. I also urge you all to use this time and travel to as many as nearby areas as possible. You would be happy to know that the tourism sector in India has been growing well in the last 5 years. In the World Tourism Index, ranking of India moved from 65th to 34th position. But there is a lot more to be done, and I'm confident we will improve even more.
External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar has asserted that all-round development of Assam is central to the success of India's Act East policy. On a visit to the state, S. Jaishankar said that Prime Minister Modi is deeply committed for the development of the state. He also reviewed a Japanese-aided project in Assam along with the Japanese ambassador to India. More details in this report. Assam has a crucial role in India's Act East policy, External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar said on Monday. Addressing an event in Guwahati on the Indo-Japan partnership, the minister stated that ties with Japan have had a central place in the country's development efforts. He also said the cooperation with Japan can contribute to the development of Assam.
Today, it includes numerous connectivity projects and activities, as well as economic flows and strategic cooperation. Considering how important physical and cultural connectivity is to make this policy successful, the role of Assam as its springboard needs to be fully realized. One way of doing that is to encourage stronger cooperation between this state and our international partners to the east, especially Japan, and that is the reason why we are here today.
S. Jaishankar, along with Japanese ambassador to India, Satoshi Suzuki, reviewed the progress of the Guwahati water supply plant along the Brahmaputra River that is being funded by Japan International Cooperation Agency. The Japanese ambassador stated that Japanese entrepreneurs are looking at India as an investment destination. S. Jaishankar said that projects show how government's foreign policy is making a difference to the lives of people.
We went to see one of those projects, the water supply project today. So I cite that as an example of how actually foreign policy can make a difference to the ordinary person in the country. We have, the Modi government has a very deep commitment to the progress and welfare of Assam. You can see that in different ways in projects and changes which have happened in the last 6 years.
Young entrepreneurs who know the potentials of this state. So we will do our best to provide necessary information for Japanese business plan for their consideration. Thank you.
The Assam government has set up a separate department for Act East policy. The External Affairs Minister said that Assam's enhanced connectivity with neighboring Myanmar and Bangladesh and then to Vietnam and Japan will bring about development in the region.
I'm also very pleased that I'm in the one state which actually has, as the Chief Minister told me, an Act East Minister. So I hope that we will give him much more work at the end of this event than he had before.
He also said that the Act East policy approach to create connectivity in Assam will make the state more energetic, contributing and employed. During his visit to Assam, the External Affairs Minister also offered obeisance at the Kamakhya temple in Guwahati. With inputs from Akhilesh Suman, Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV. The Delhi police has claimed that the main intention behind the violence on the 26th of January in New Delhi was to do a digital strike and propagate a toolkit to malign the image of India worldwide. Addressing a press conference on Monday, Joint Commissioner of Police Cyber, Prem Nath, said that Nikita Jacob, her associate Shantanu, and climate activist Disha Ravi created the toolkit document on the farmers' protest, which was shared by climate activist Greta Thunberg. The police also claimed that these people collaborated with the pro-Khalistani Poetic Justice Foundation to spread disaffection against India. In fact, it was also claimed that Nikita and Shantanu attended a Zoom meeting organized by the Poetic Justice Foundation on the 11th of January.
जांच के दौरान इस टूल किट के ऑनलाइन मौजूद स्क्रीनशॉट्स की पड़ताल की गई और जांच में पर्याप्त जानकारी मिलते ही इस टूल किट गूगल डॉक्यूमेंट की एडिटर निकिता जेकब के विरुद्ध कोर्ट से सर्च वारंट जारी कराकर केस के आईओ समेत एक टीम को मुंबई भेजा गया और तलाशी के दौरान उनसे 2 लैपटॉप और एक आईफोन मिले। जांच में यह भी बात निकल के आई कि खालिस्तानी समर्थित संगठन पोएटिक जस्टिस फॉर फाउंडेशन के एमओ धालीवाल ने अपने कनाडा में रह रही सहयोगी पुनीत के जरिए निकिता जेकब से संपर्क किया और मकसद था कि रिपब्लिक डे के दिन ग्लोबल डे ऑफ एक्शन करना और उससे पहले और बाद में ट्वीट स्टॉर्म और डिजिटल स्ट्राइक करना। 11 जनवरी 2021 को आस्क वाई इंडिया कैंपेनर्स पोएटिक जस्टिस फाउंडेशन ने एक जूम मीटिंग का आयोजन किया जिसको निकिता, शांतनु, एमओ धालीवाल व अन्य व्यक्तियों ने अटेंड किया। इस मीटिंग के दौरान निर्णय लिया गया कि इस कैंपेन को विश्व स्तर पर फैलाया जाए और धालीवाल का मकसद इस मुद्दे को बड़ा बनाना और किसानों के बीच असंतोष व गलत जानकारी फैलाना था।
The Delhi police claims to have recovered objectionable information from the laptops belonging to Disha and Nikita. The Delhi police, remember, arrested Disha Ravi in connection with the toolkit case from Bengaluru on Sunday. On the 4th of February, the police had taken cognizance of the toolkit document, which was found on Twitter.
शुरुआती जांच में यह भी बात पता चल रही है कि फ़ोन का काफ़ी डेटा डिलीट किया जा चुका है और दिशा के टेलीग्राम चैट से यह भी बात पता चलती है कि 3 फरवरी को ओनर्स राइट लेकर टूलकिट डॉक्यूमेंट से जुड़े अकाउंट और लिंक हटा दिए गए हैं। इन तथ्यों के आधार पर दिशा को 13 फरवरी को बेंगलुरु से उनकी माता और लोकल थाने के एसएचओ की मौजूदगी में गिरफ्तार किया गया। घर वालों और उनके वकील अभिषेक शेखरी को यह बताया गया कि अभियुक्त को दिल्ली ले जाया जा रहा है। वह दिल्ली लाकर प्रोसीजर के मुताबिक उनका मेडिकल कराया गया और कोर्ट में पेश किया गया। कोर्ट में अभियुक्त पक्ष को रखने के लिए वकील मौजूद थे और यह बात कोर्ट के ऑर्डर में भी अंकित है। निकिता जैकब और शंतानु के लिए क्योंकि वे नहीं मिल पा रहे हैं और NPW जो है वो इशू कराए गए हैं और बाकी इन्वेस्टिगेशन अभी प्रोग्रेस में है।
Reacting on Disha's arrest in the toolkit case, Minister of State for Home G. Kishan Reddy has said that the matter should not be politicized and the police will properly investigate the matter.
इसमें कोई राजनीति नहीं करना चाहिए। पुलिस जो प्रॉपर इन्वेस्टिगेशन करना है वो प्रॉपर इन्वेस्टिगेशन करेंगे। पुलिस जो IPC CRPC के हिसाब से देश के सुरक्षा के विषय पर जो भी निर्णय लेना है पुलिस निर्णय लेंगी।
The Supreme Court appointed committee on the 3 farm laws held consultations with eminent academicians and agri-professionals via video conferencing on Monday. The committee members requested the participants to give their views on the 3 laws. This is the 7th meeting that the panel has held so far. The 3-member committee is holding consultations with stakeholders both online and in person. Remember, the Supreme Court had formed this committee on the 12th of January. And the Apex Court on Monday issued a notice to the Centre, WhatsApp and Facebook over the new privacy policy of the messaging app. The plea file seeks a stay on the operation of the new WhatsApp privacy policy. The Supreme Court bench, headed by Chief Justice S.A. Bobde, has sought responses from the government as well as the messaging application within 4 weeks. Acting on the petition seeking to restrain WhatsApp from implementing its new privacy policy in India, the top court observed that people have grave concerns about privacy and that the citizens' privacy is more important than money. The court also said people value their privacy more than the value of the company, which might be in trillions. WhatsApp had earlier announced that it would bring a new privacy policy and implement it from the 5th of February, but after the government's notice, the date was extended to the 14th of May. And with that, time for a short break here. More news and updates will continue on the other side. Do stay with us.
Watch The Big Picture at 9:30 p.m. only on Rajya Sabha television. Article 48. The state shall endeavour to organize agriculture and animal husbandry on modern and scientific lines and shall, in particular, take steps for preserving and improving the breeds and prohibiting the slaughter of cows and calves and other milch and draught cattle.
Welcome back. You're watching News Tonight. The Union Budget 2021-22 is focused on strengthening preventive, curative and well-being for a holistic approach to the healthcare sector. Health Minister Dr. Harshvardhan said that the central government is working to further improve the health and well-being in the country. Due to the outbreak of the COVID-19 pandemic in 2020, the Union Budget 2021 prioritized more funding to the sector. The budget estimate for the health sector is 2,23,846 crore rupees. The allocation for the health sector for 2021 is 1.8% of the GDP.
In 2021, the percentage of health from central government and state government as contribution of GDP has increased to 1.8% of GDP. Our goal in national health policy is to reach by 2.5% of GDP. The health outlay in right-hand lower corner has increased from current year 94,452 crores to 2,23,846 crores.
According to the Health Ministry, the COVID-19 pandemic has strengthened India's health potential as the country turned a crisis into an opportunity. The Health Minister said that the world's largest vaccination drive is currently underway in the country, adding that 80 to 85% healthcare and frontline workers have been vaccinated for COVID-19. Further, vaccination for people above 50 years of age is likely to begin next month. He also informed that about the COVID-19 vaccine candidates that are in the pipeline and in different stages of clinical trial.
वैक्सीन और रिसर्च और साइंटिफिक अकम्पलिशमेंट्स और जो हेल्थ सेक्टर ने जिस प्रकार से अपने पांव पे खड़े होके और सारे देश ने मिलकर जिस प्रकार से जो काम किया एक सूत्र के अंदर बंद कर 2 वैक्सीन्स भी देश के लिए उपलब्ध हो गई। आज 80-85 लाख लोगों को हेल्थ वर्कर्स और फ्रंटलाइन वर्कर्स को वैक्सीन भी उपलब्ध हो गई है। 20-25 देशों को हम ऑलरेडी वैक्सीन जो है वो विदेशों को देने की स्थिति के अंदर आ गए हैं और बहुत ही जल्दी आप जानते हैं कि जो एक बड़ी कैटेगरी है 50 साल से ऊपर के लोग, इनको भी मार्च के महीने में हम वैक्सीन देने की स्थिति में आ रहे हैं।
The minister reiterated that the vaccines which are in the public domain are safe and effective. On the COVID-19 situation, the minister said no new COVID-19 cases have been reported in 188 districts in the last 7 days, while no new cases have been reported in 21 districts in 21 days. However, the minister urged people to continue to follow COVID-19 appropriate behavior. Meanwhile, India's active caseload has declined to 1.39 lakh, which is only about 1.28% of the total positive cases. The COVID-19 tally stands at 1 crore 9 lakh, with 11,649 new infections in the last 24 hours. The country's COVID-19 recovery rate has further improved to 97.29%. Over 85 lakh beneficiaries, including healthcare and frontline workers, have been vaccinated till date. The BJP has finalized the names for the upcoming by-poll to the Rajya Sabha from Assam and biennial election to the State Legislative Council of Telangana. The party named Biswajit Demari, who had joined BJP after quitting his Rajya Sabha seat as a Bodoland People's Front Member of Parliament, as its candidate for the by-election to the upper house from Assam. The election had been necessitated due to his resignation. The BJP also named N. Ramachandra Rao and G.P. Reddy as its candidates for the MLC elections from 2 graduates constituencies in Telangana. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh on Monday presented the Best Marching Contingent Award of Republic Day Parade 2021. The best marching contingent among the 3 services was presented to Jat Regimental Centre, while the best marching contingent among CAPF and other auxiliary forces was won by the Delhi Police. The Defence Minister said that unity in diversity is the beauty of Indian democracy, and this unique feature is only visible in India.
गणतंत्र दिवस ये हमारा राष्ट्रीय उत्सव है। पूरे वर्ष भर जो आप लोग परिश्रम करते हैं, अपने जिस्म का पसीना बहाते हैं और आपकी जो ताकत है, इसका प्रदर्शन राजपथ पर हमारे गणतंत्र दिवस के अवसर पर होता है। और सारे विश्व को भी हम यह संदेश देने में की कोशिश करते हैं, संदेश देने की कि हमारी ताकत क्या है।
Speaking at the event, the minister also lauded the courage and valor of the Jat Regimental Centre while praising the Delhi Police for effectively carrying out additional responsibilities.
तो मैं सच बतलाना चाहता हूं कि मुझे बहुत ही कठिनाई महसूस होती है ये एसेस कर पाना कि बेस्ट मार्चिंग कंटिंजेंट कौन है, क्योंकि सभी का परफॉर्मेंस अपने में मुझे परफेक्ट लगता है। और कोरोना जैसी महामारी, इतने बड़े संकट के बावजूद जिस तरीके से सारे कंटिंजेंट ने पूरे वर्ष भर एक्सरसाइज की है, उसकी मैं जितने भी सराहना करना चाहूं वह कम है।
Chief of Defence Staff General Bipin Rawat, Naval Chief Admiral Karambir Singh, Air Chief Marshal R.K.S. Bhadoria and Army Chief General Manoj Mukund Narwane were also present at the event.
Jat regiment is well renowned.
Prime Minister Modi will lay the foundation stone of Maharaja Suheldev Memorial and development work of Chittora Lake in Bahraich, Uttar Pradesh on Tuesday via video conferencing. The event marks the birth anniversary of Maharaja Suheldev. Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath will also be present on the occasion. The complete project will include installation of an equestrian statue of Maharaja Suheldev and development of various tourist amenities like cafeteria, guest house and a children's park. Maharaja Suheldev's devotion and service to the country is a source of inspiration for all, and with the development of this memorial site, the country will be able to get better acquainted with the heroic saga of Maharaja Suheldev. Besides, it would also further enhance the tourist potential of this site. In an unfortunate incident, at least 15 people were killed and 5 others injured after a truck carrying labourers overturned and fell into a roadside pit in Maharashtra's Jalgaon district in the wee hours of Monday. The accident took place near a temple in Kingaon village around 1 a.m. After the accident, the police and some locals rushed to the spot and the truck was brought out of the pit with the help of a JCB machine. The deceased include 2 children aged 3 and 5 years and a 15-year-old girl. The injured people have been admitted to the Jalgaon Civil Hospital, where 2 of them are reported to be in a serious condition. President Ramnath Kovind said he was deeply distressed by the loss of lives in the road accident in Jalgaon. He also prayed for the early recovery of those injured. Prime Minister Modi also expressed his condolences on the death of people in the truck accident. He also prayed for the speedy recovery of those injured in the mishap. The death toll in Uttarakhand flash floods has risen to 55, while 150 others are still missing. Relief and rescue operations are currently underway. Food grains and other essential supplies are being distributed among residents of over a dozen villages that were cut off from the district headquarters after the disaster. The government has said it has made FASTags mandatory from the 15th of February midnight, and any vehicle not fitted with it will be charged double the toll at electronic toll plazas across the country. Road Transport and Highways Ministry said this has been done to further promote fee payment through digital mode, reduce waiting time and fuel consumption, and provide for a seamless passage through the fee plazas. The ministry had mandated fitment of FASTag in eminent categories of motor vehicles with effect from the 1st of January 2021. And that's it from us in this bulletin. But before we leave, Rajya Sabha TV once again appeals to all its viewers to stay safe from the COVID-19 pandemic. Remember to wear face masks, wash your hands and face regularly, and also maintain physical distancing while stepping outside. Remember, these simple precautions are all that it takes to defeat the pandemic, which is not over yet. Good night and thank you for your time.